right, you all right? Let's go.
Shut up up here!
Hey, you good? Hey, you good? Hey, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. You good. You're good.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love in the showdown for pity. Ain't no love 'cause you ain't around. When you were mine, oh, I was feeling so good, 'cause your love lit up.
My name is David King. My position on the Hayfield basketball team is a center. My role on the team is to score, rebound, and guard the biggest defender. I would say my biggest strength is my finishing ability.
Man, David has a unique skill set that I have never seen before. He's a very talented and gifted scorer around the basket. For his career, he shot 72-74% from the field, playing versus top talent in the DMV. David's role is particularly to go out and get rebounds, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, guard the post player on the other team, and score. He has a high IQ, and he's able to find little areas in the paint. And our guards do a great job of finding him. And then on top of that, he rebounds like a madman. He gets rebounds outside of his position. He doesn't necessarily let the ball come to him. He goes and get them. Because he's 6'2", he wears goggles. People probably come out thinking like this is, he's not going to be a good basketball player. And if you're playing him for the first time, he's definitely going to dominate you. We were scheduled to play Madison in the state quarterfinals. Kevin Roller teams, they run the hell out their offense. They have different actions and concepts that they run, and they run into a tee. Backed by the Miles Franklin kid, in my opinion, was one of the better players on their team.
All right. Hey, let's go, fellas. Hey, it's win or go home. Hey, 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Man, we went through like a spell where, for whatever reason, they started calling touch fouls.
So it was really just, I think, me and DJ in there, really just getting all the offense going.
Execute. Set good screens, make sure we rotate, and hey, we gotta go get rebound the basketball too if you miss shots. Alright, you gotta go rebound. Alright, you gotta get stops though.
And second half, I remember Donnie, he really got going.
Had a nice little run. I think that's when we separate ourselves with the lead, and we just sustain the lead the rest of the game.
The trash talking going on between Miles Franklin and DJ.
He was talking to me the whole game, talking about how they gonna beat us and all that stuff. So I had to get my get back on him.
So Miles is a very athletic kid, and you know DJ's athletic, and they meet at the rim, and DJ blocks it, and the ref calls foul. So after that moment, we come back down to offense, and I think maybe Donnie gets fouled or something, and you can see DJ and Miles talking it up.
I already knew we won, and I was already in his head, so I was just telling him pack his bags and go home because we already won.
You love to see that banter that's going on, especially, you know, two top athletes. They meet at the rim, and you know, in my opinion, DJ got the better of them, even though Miles gets the foul and he gets to go make 2 free throws. After that, you know, when Greg fouls out, they go make a run. 24 hits a tough bucket. He hits a 3 in transition. You know, they probably cut it at 8, but we finished the game, man. I think we ended up winning by 10, 65-55, if I'm not mistaken.
But I was mad because, like, the foul count was just insane.
Dude, it was 10-2 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, bro. Like, what type of shit is that,
It's because the coach started complaining.
All 3 of my fouls, I literally beat him to the spot. I caught the rebound. Oh, yeah. And I came down. And he said, I said, yeah, all right, I'm done, bro.
Yeah, we got solid legs, bro. At the end of the day, you know, when it comes to this, you survive in advance. And we won, what, 63-53? 65-55. It was 15-2 in the second half with fouls. We still fought through.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, it was 15-2. We still, we still got it done. At the end of the day, on to the next one. We surviving. Let's get ready to play South Lakes. Good job, fellas.
Hawks on 3, family on 6, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Family.
You know, when they was about 3 or 4, we kind of introduced him to sports. His sister had played basketball, and everywhere his sister went, we took David.
But we get to 8th grade, actually it was 7th grade, and we're doing rising freshman tryouts, and you know that he's been at camp, so you know that he's one of the good players, and you want him to come out, and he's scared to come out.
And I think also it was the pressure from his sister, Taylor, who played at Hayfield. And he just didn't feel he could live up to the excellence that she did.
You know, he didn't trust himself as a basketball player. And a coach like me, I saw the things that he did well and wanted him to play. And I ended up putting David and Greg on the varsity summer league because they looked really, really good. It's crazy to see, like, how a kid like that never wanted to play, and then he comes in his freshman year, and you know, I put him on varsity. I put Greg on varsity. I put that's the big 3. I put them on varsity to start their high school career, and true enough, like of all the 3, David started out the fastest. So David's freshman year, he averaged 10 points, 6 rebounds a game. Sophomore year, averaged about 13. You know, we do an excellent job. He makes first team all district. And then you go into the junior year where he scored at a high clip. He has a name now. Everybody knows who David King is.
With that excellence comes a lot of stress. And he actually, broke down a couple of times because of the stress of trying to be perfect. I didn't really realize it until, he actually said, "Daddy, I can't do it no more." One time he walked out of the gym, and that's when I realized this is real.
And it didn't really click at the time, but as I thought about it, we won the championship and the team just went nonstop after that. And I think the pressure of being David King from that championship team and the students saying, "Hey, are you guys gonna repeat?" I think all of that pressure just got to him, but eventually he ended up, relaxing, talking to the coaches, and just taking a little break, and was able to come back.
Like prior to him actually like getting on the court and playing, I think he probably psychs himself out, man. I think that's what it is, because once the lights go on and he starts to play, he's one of the best players on the floor.
Mike Desmond, South Lakes High School. South Lakes has been one of the traditional powerhouses in the northern region for, I think, going back to 1978, and we've been blessed over the years to have many tremendous basketball players and people come through the program.
In the state semifinals, we were matching up versus South Lakes or Edison, and South Lakes ended up punishing Edison, which was good for us because we don't have to play them for a 5th time. So South Lakes, man, very talented team. They're led by Jordan Scott, who's getting high major offers at this point right now. He's 6'6", wing, can shoot the basketball, plays pretty good defense, gets blocks.
He'll give you a quiet 25, and he'll do it on 10, 12 shots.
He's turned himself into a really good basketball player in his sophomore year. They have the Kennedy kid, the point guard, number 5, got the dreads. Billings, big kid inside, got the other sophomore guard who does a great job of knocking down shots. Though to me, that's their top 4 guys.
Man, nothing to do but to win. Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
To start the game, it's back and forth. We're making some good plays. They're making some great plays. We did a good job of containing certain instances with what they were running, but they did a great job of, taking charges on us, making us take contested shots. I think Jordan got off to a good start, and we didn't do a good job like how I wanted. There's one possession where Jordan gets the ball, probably like at the volleyball line, and he gets a wide open look because he wasn't attached to him. The fact that he hit his first shot, you knew that he was going to have a good game. And he did. He had like 21 points. And most of his damage was done in the first half. Also in the first half, man, when we wasn't hitting our shots, David was getting the offensive rebounds and getting putbacks. Going into the half, we were up 10 points. You like where we are. I feel like we took one of the best shots in the first half. And, in the second half, we just got to keep it up.
Be on the side where Jordan is, though. And you on the opposite side. Hey, so if you got a track, let's do it. If not, stay solid. All right, let's go. Defense 1, 2, 3.
I can hear somebody in my ear. I hear somebody talking, but I'm not really paying attention. There was like a stoppage in play. The dude actually came down a little bit closer, and he said something like, "Are you paying the refs?" And then he starts chirping at Greg, and that's when I got mad, is when he started chirping at Greg.
And it was like kind of weird. I didn't know what to say. I was just sitting there just staring at him.
While that's going on, something else happens like behind our bench, further up. And there's like some commotion going on over there as well. the lead official at the time, he basically said, get your teams off the floor. So we sprint off the floor to make sure that, you know, nothing escalates even further. I don't know if anybody got thrown out, but I know that everything calmed down and we were able to come back and finish the game.
It's double bonus, all right? Layups, come to jump stops. Be strong with the basketball, okay? Let's go, baby. Finish this game. Finish all three. 1, 2, 3, finish.
They ran a sideline out of bounds play, and it was for Jordan to come off to get a shot. And Billings gave him, you know, set a good screen on DJ. I was hoping that it was nothing serious. So, you know, you start thinking about, you know, what's going to be next. If we had to play that next day, I don't think we would have had DJ. To me, in my opinion, the game was pretty much over.
I just didn't think that they could match the same intensity as us, and they could turn us over the way that we did to them.
Hey, we going back to stay!
One of our coaches just pulled up NFHS to see who won the game with Patriot and Oscar Smith. And sure enough, Patriot wins the game, and we finally get the matchup that everybody wanted the year before. I know they're chomping at the bit to play us again, and we were chomping at the bit to go win a back-to-back state championship.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was anticipating scoring 1,000 points against Edison.
And I think he needed about 15 points. You know, he's been averaging about 18 a game, so you would think that in the Edison game that he would be able to, you know, to reach that. In that game, it was weird. It was like, it wasn't the best game that we had as a team. And a lot of it is because, like, David was pressing.
Yeah, during the Edison game, I was taking a lot of bad shots. I was just very keyed in on hitting 1,000 points.
And, you know, David wasn't having the best offensive performance.
I remember there was a minute left in the game. I was wide open for a jump shot.
And he takes that shot. And I feel like, you know, it was like, what? He knows better than to take that shot, but he was trying to get his 1,000 points more than us trying to win the game. And this is cool, but this is the first time I saw David being a selfish basketball player. But if he has one selfish game, I'm cool with that because, you know, it's 1,000 points. And I get it. I do get it. You know, he wants to be up on that board. He ended up finishing with 13.
I think I was 1 point away from 1,000 points. My heart was just crushed.
You would think that, you know, him being able to get his 1,000 points here in that particular game, it would have been great. You know, it would have been a great storyline for everything. And for him not to get it, I just think that he felt like he slighted himself and his family from that moment.
Let me talk to him. Hey, listen. You good? What about that?
Oh, I'm gonna share just one layup, one free throw or something.
You're gonna get it,
You know, the great thing about basketball is, you know, you show up the next day, we got a basketball game, he's able to get it done. We were at West Springfield, played versus Potomac, and he got his 1,000 points. And we smacked Potomac, which was another good thing. I went so hard on them, and after that game, they came out focused and determined to get that victory in. And it was great. It was great to see the type of performance that we put together. I feel like David learned a valuable lesson in that particular game where versus the Edison game, he really was, you know, it was all about David versus the team. And I think that he learned if he puts the team first and plays the game the right way, that everything will work out in his favor. He also was able to bounce back from the horrific game that he had in Edison and bounce back versus Potomac to score 13 points and be 71% from the field.
Unfortunately, we didn't win. Don't really hate on that situation. There was a great, compelling matchup in the state finals.
Oh, you know, all season, you know, I'm sure that people didn't like it. I said it before the preseason. I said it once we played each other to open the season. I felt like it was between us and Hayfield, and I know that rubbed some people the wrong way. but I was very confident in us.
Probably the matchup that the basketball world wanted to see the year before. But, you know, Randy Bills and Battlefield spoiled that for Sherm.
I remember right after Los and them won, I said, listen, when you're done celebrating, let's start talking about how we're going to schedule this game to open the season.
I know they had started the season playing against each other.
The way that the first matchup ended with a shot at the buzzer to win it was crazy, and to open the high school season. And so there was a lot of anticipation for us getting to that last game and being able to match up with each other with everything on the line.
So it's probably kind of poetic justice. Getting the game that maybe we all thought we wanted to see in 22, we finally get a chance to see it in 23.
Patriot has a very good lineup. You start and end with Nasir Coleman, the point guard, heart and soul of their team. You got Jay Randall, who was a senior, and you got Caden Bates, who has came on strong. You know, you got those three as the seniors, and then you got Isaiah Vick, and then you got Desmond Hawkins, the left-hander, that can fill it up. So, you know, that's their starting five. They get after it defensively. They knock down shots. They rebound the ball extremely well, and they're a well-coached team by Sherm.
I want that shit though bad, bro. I want that shit bad, bro.
He was definitely focused.
We really locked in. We really wanted this.
All I'm thinking about is basketball. I go home watching film.
If we didn't win this game, you know, we'd be thinking about it.
I'm sorry, do not do this, kids. When I'm in class, I'm watching film.
We knew who the better team was.
Just knew we had to win the game so that could just calm ourselves.
I don't think I ever wanted to win so bad in my life.
I was very concerned about my shoulder because every day it was an aching, throbbing pain. Like, I was literally resting. I had to go to PT. I was icing, heating. I did everything I could to try to get it back to 100%.
Losing the state championship would have been a failure, so losing wasn't an option for me.
Man, just go out here, compete at a high level, and leave it all on the floor, and I'm good with the results at the end of the day. If everybody do their part, I feel like we can be fine.
Hawks on 3, family on 6, 1, 2, 3. Hawks, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I did yesterday.
He's limping. This is so stupid. That's what I mean. So a kid runs in the street.
So there's definitely no pressure. I mean, when you go 32-0 the year before and you win a championship, to me, all the pressure's off. Now it's just going about, you know, I guess it's a legacy play, you know, trying to run it back. You know, we put this whole thing together with the run it back, you know, everybody ran running back shirts. You know, it's just all about that. And I feel like that's not pressure. That's just an opportunity to go out there, you know, to have a statement like that. And for us to go out there and do it is another thing. So I was just looking forward to the opportunity to do that, to put on for our city, our community, our fan base. I was just looking forward to that opportunity to go out there and show and prove that we are indeed the best team in the state.
And we welcome you to the Stuart C. Siegel Center on the campus of Virginia Commonwealth University down here in Richmond, Virginia for tonight's 2023 VHSL Class 6 Boys Basketball Championship. We've got a great one featuring the Hayfield Hawks at 29-1, taking on the Patriot Pioneers at 27-3.
When I started doing the pregame, I felt like that's when we started to lock in. All eyes was on me. You know, you can see that everybody is in tune. All right, they're going to come out talking shit. It's going to happen. All right, but we just gotta be able to, let's not feed into it as much as possible. All right, go out there and compete at a high level.
Also, 3 family on 6, 1, 2, 3. Hawks, family.
I'm looking forward to this one, Andy. I watched these two play December 1st right here on the NFHS Network. It went down to the wire, 75-73. Donovan Bass Briscoe, the newcomer for Hayfield, with the buzzer beater. This one could be another photo finish.
One thing that we were able to do all season, we really were punishing teams in the paint. You know, we weren't doing a good job of finishing those shots.
We're taking tough shots and missing them. And I felt like it was a more individual game from an offensive standpoint. But on the defensive side, I felt like we were great, man. We were playing great defense. We've only given up 1 3, and that was the first 3 of the game. We've had them in foul trouble just like they had us in foul trouble. So to me, it was on both sides of the floor where it was a struggle for both teams.
You know, we just kept fighting and kept getting after it. Nasir Coleman was phenomenal throughout the game, but more importantly, in the first half, keeping us in striking distance so we could have a chance in the second half.
We got our mark from playing great defense, and then once we get stops, we were able to get some timely buckets. We've had 3 or 4 2-on-1 situations, and we're trying to take tough shots rather than drop the shit off. Are we trying to win or y'all trying to score? Because I don't understand. All right? Play basketball and play the right way. Be strong with the basketball. They're not going to give you no calls. He just said it to me basically. He said make shots. When I complained about David getting grabbed, he said make shots. So they're not giving y'all no calls. So don't expect calls. Go in there, play off 2 feet, finish. Okay? Finish strong. Please, make them, like, no choice. They have to be like this to foul you. Because all they're going to do is just stay like this and hope that you miss. They're going to wall up. So you got to play strong, play through them without charging. We've done a good job, but we didn't have the opportunity to extend our lead, and we didn't do it, man. All right? That got to stop happening. Second half. Let's turn it up a little bit more. Be a little bit more aggressive. All right? Play a little bit more together. I need all 5 guys inside that paint rebounding the basketball. Stop looking. We're watching action happen instead of going to go get it. All right? They're not going to give us anything. You got to go take this shit. Go take it.
Hey, let's go. Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Win. In the second half, Donnie really started to separate himself. You know, for him to go against Nasir Coleman, who is considered better than Donnie. You know, Donnie has 2 games versus Nasir where he basically outplayed him.
It felt like we were kind of getting right there, and we would battle, and then there would be a shot that we needed to make, and we just couldn't really make the outside shots kind of push us through.
DJ had probably the worst game that he had his whole career, man. He went 1 for 13. He was taking tough shots, couldn't make anything, and you know he was pressing a little bit, which I understand. It's his last game. He wants to go out on top, but we were still able to overcome that, and it's because we have great players.
I thought we did a good job on Greg. I thought we did a good job on DJ.
And Greg's been having foul trouble pretty much the whole playoffs, and DJ's having one of the worst games of his career. You know, things aren't going well for us. They're Patriots making a mini run. And, you know, we call timeout. was an instance where, you know, I guess they're arguing amongst each other.
Next play, you all right? Let's go.
Shut up up here!
Hey, you good? Hey, you good? Hey, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. You good? You good?
I'm like, man, this is our last game. There is no other games. We got to step it up.
Extra defense. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Sure enough, man, John, to his credit, played well in the second half.
Woke obviously was a big factor for them.
Another reason why I felt like we were good for the state championship game is because John didn't play in the first game. I knew that we have John. We have an extra piece that we could bring to the table that's going to help propel us to a victory. So that's another reason why I felt comfortable and I was, you know, relaxed. And when Jalil hit the three, I said, game over. You just get that joyous feeling that you really ran it back, man. You really did it.
We ran that shit back. Let's go.
We really accomplished something that I don't think has been done before.
Let's go.
Back-to-back state championships, only losing one game in 2 years, and in the fashion that we did it, you know, we silenced these critics, man. They gotta hold them tweets a little bit longer. They can't, you know, them joints is probably still stuck in their drafts.
Ring chasers, right?
We did everything the right way. We showed up every single game, every single practice. We have one of the most strenuous preseason workouts there is for a high school basketball program. And we get our kids in great shape so that they can go out and compete and play 30-some games at a high level. I'm happy for our program. I'm happy for our kids. You know, these are memories that they're gonna have for the rest of their lives. And but 20-some years, they'll be able to see this documentary and see the type of feelings that we had throughout this whole process. I got into this game to help kids get to college and showcase their talents, and I felt like thus far I've done a decent job. If my legacy is anything, is that I've done everything possible to try to help these kids.
2 weeks ago, Hayfield Secondary School's boys basketball team defeated the Patriot Pioneers to win the Virginia Class 6 basketball title for the second consecutive season. Their hard-fought win was a testament to their collective work, where they had a 62-1 record in addition to back-to-back state championships. Congratulations to Coach Carlos Poindexter, to everyone who made this success possible, and to the Hayfield players who brought this championship home.
My name is Owen Conberg, class of 24. I play big, and I'm a Florida kid.
Yeah.
It can be any.
Yeah, anything.
What's a lot of it?
What are you doing?
Get out of here.
Do you actually think it's bad?
I can't believe the football team don't come out and support y'all.
They're jealous, right? They play on our downfall, dude. They
like tell them when we win, and they like get so mad. Dude, they hope we lose, bro. Like, hey!
Shut up! You lost by 25.
What are you?
We are here live with Greg Jones. He is giving his last text message to one of his girlfriends before he plays on the court.